Dave, obviously when you have a game in which Dustin had to kind of battle just to get through 5 innings, then to have to go to the bullpen for so many arms, and then the plan of a bullpen game tomorrow, is that still the plan, or do you think you might have to make a move just to be able to cover that one tomorrow?
There might be a pending move for some length, potentially, but I'm going to talk to the pitching guys here shortly and figure out where we're at. Obviously, you know, with the starter going shorter and using the arms that we used, the back-to-backs, the length, the up-downs potentially that we have and don't have available, there's a conversation to be had, but we'll figure it out.
When you look at just the at-bat against Amaya with Tanner Scott, what did you see from Tanner that you think just allowed Amaya to have that swing?
Well, it was just a fastball that was, you know, not in a good location, and he put a good swing on it. So, you know, it was 2 pitches, and it was a slider, chase, and then it was a fastball there, a good pitch to hit.
Did that kind of feel like the story tonight, just giving up throwing a lot of pitches that you hit on a night where the wind's blowing out like it was?
Yeah, we threw a lot of pitches in the middle of the hitting zone, a lot of good pitches to hit. Obviously, wind blowing out, and we just didn't give ourselves a chance tonight on the pitching side. They are obviously an aggressive team, and they took a lot of good swings tonight.
Obviously, you guys' bullpen's pretty deep, but you guys are the only team in baseball that's got 100 innings out of the bullpen already. Is that something where, like, there's big compounding effects of guys sort of seeing guys, and especially a team that's sort of seen a lot of your bullpen arms a lot over the course of this month?
That might be a variable. You know, I don't. You know, I think that you look at this team, and it's sort of like, you know, you look at each start and trying to figure out, you know, the plan is not to have a starter come out short, and you want to try to get as much length as you can. And, you know, even Dustin getting through 5 innings today was as much as we could have extended him. And I can't recount every single start that we've had against these guys, but I think we do a good job of trying to vary looks. And I just don't think right now the familiarity is the reason why we give up a lot of hard contact to these guys. I don't.
Now, what a game that was. Haymakers back and forth. Tough way to lose, though. Dodgers give up the game-tying home run in the bottom of the 9th, and the Cubs win at first pitch they see in the bottom of the 10th.
Both ends of the game were kind of crazy. You know, all the comebacks and then the way it started. You just watch these games and you go, they're emotional roller coasters, and they can hit you in the gut, and they're just going to have to respond tomorrow.
And they're going to have to do that with a depleted bullpen that's going to carry the load tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what? It's going to be like a relay race, and they're going to have good, clean handoffs with every new pitcher that comes in. You can't have innings like tonight where all of a sudden you got to use multiple pitchers in every different inning. If you have to do that in 3 innings tomorrow, that's going to be too many pitches.
Yeah, you've got that going for the Dodgers. On the other side, the Cubs send Matthew Boyd out there, who's been excellent for them so far this year.
Dustin, it's clear this day was just a grind for you. How did you then have to just battle to get through 5 innings, knowing that tomorrow potentially is going to be a bullpen game?
Yeah, just had to give as many outs as I could, knowing that I didn't have my best stuff today. Trying to get the bullpen as much help for tomorrow as possible.
Did you find that maybe after first 2 innings, just kind of rhythm was getting where you wanted it to be, or did you kind of just feel like that was missing today?
No, nothing was very good today.
What wasn't working?
What was it you were struggling with? Was it mostly command?
Kind of everything.
It's one that you just turn the page and kind of leave with this and kind of focus on getting ready for your next outing?
Yeah, just scratch it.
You talked about like how important the sweeper was going to be for you this year. Like, how tough is it on days where you're not locating it where you want, or using it to kind of get the count the way you might want?
I think you can see how important it is.
Tommy, with this game, it was obviously a back-and-forth one. How do you kind of just describe whether it was conditions, just kind of just one of those games out there today?
Yeah, play a lot of crazy games at Wrigley over the years, especially when the wind's blowing out like it was today. I know this past week, these guys have played a lot of kind of wild games here, so it's kind of just the expectation when you come in.
How much of a challenge did that pose for you when you were playing in the outfield?
Not too bad. You just got to play a little bit deeper because the wind's blowing out. But yeah, the balls just carry a little bit farther than you might expect them to.
You have a lot of success against this team. What were you seeing from Shota, especially early in the game with that at-bat?
You know, he does a good job of keeping you off balance. You kind of got to pick a pitch and stick with it. So, you know, I just feel like I did a good job of that today.
You
played at Wrigley a lot, obviously. Were you surprised that ball didn't go in your glove with the basket right there?
Yeah, the basket's kind of annoying. You know, it's just the basket's not there. It's not a homer. So it's just kind of a weird quirk of the ballpark. Felt like I had a good beat on it, but fortunately it barely made it out.
Andy's throw from left field. At that point in the game, the momentum swing, just what did it feel like for the team as a whole right there when he made that throw from left field?
No, that was huge, just keep us in the ball game, and they were kind of trying to push the envelope a little bit. Everybody knows Andy's got a great arm, and just did a good job of throwing a strike to home and give us a chance to come back.
ドジャースの勝利にとって決定的な瞬間は7回、大谷翔平が見せた粘り強い選球眼と想像を超える判断力によって試合の流れがガラリと変わった。記録上は0安打だが、彼の存在感はスタッツには決して現れない。4打数無安打、それでも2得点。これはただの選手では到底到達できない領域だ。第1打席沈黙、第2打席冷静な対応、そして迎えた第3打席、観客のどよめきの中で放たれた打球はセンター前に抜けるかと思われた。しかし攻守に阻まれアウト。それでもその一打が与えたインパクトは大きかった。相手バッテリーが明らかに警戒を強め、大谷を歩かせるような形になったのだ。試合後、相手監督は彼の目の動き一つで配球が狂わされたと語っており、いかに大谷が精神的な圧をかけていたかが伺える。そして圧巻は7回、四球で出塁するとそのまま鋭い走塁で2得点目につなげた。これがチーム全体を奮い立たせ、ドジャースの攻撃が一気に火を吹くきっかけとなった。ベンチからは翔平が空気を変えた、あの冷静さに救われたとの声が続出。打撃成績だけでは測れないチームを牽引する絶対的存在としてのオーラをまざまざと見せつけたのだ。一方でこの日もう一人の主役となったのが今永昇太である。6回目前まで投げ抜き、被安打6、自責点2、与え四球2、奪三振6、投球数101球。数字だけでも圧巻だが、その内容はそれ以上に衝撃的だった。特筆すべきは大谷との3度の対戦。直球とチェンジアップ、カットボールを巧みに使い分け、大谷を完全に沈黙させた。一球一球に魂を込めるようなその投球スタイルは、かつて平成のマダックスと呼ばれた投手を彷彿とさせる。5回裏、ランナーを背負いながらも大谷を空振り三振に仕留めた瞬間、リグレーの観客席からは驚きと称賛の声が上がった。試合後、アメリカのメディアも一斉に報道。翔太、今永が大谷翔平を黙らせた夜、日本人投手が日本の怪物打者を封じ込めた歴史的瞬間と見出しを躍らせた。解説者の一人は、今久志はただの制球力ではない、彼は相手の心理まで読み切る術を持っていると絶賛しており、全米が震撼したことは言うまでもない。だが結果として勝利を手にしたのはドジャース。そして勝利の立役者はやはりこの男、大谷翔平だったのだ。ヒットが出なくても得点に絡み、相手バッテリーを揺さぶり、試合全体の空気を操る。その全てが彼の持つ異次元の力を証明している。チーム内外からの信頼も厚く、監督ロバーツは翔平がいるだけでチームのベンチが落ち着くとコメント。まさに精神的支柱としての役割も担う姿はファンのみならずメディア関係者にも感動を与えている。試合終了後、球場を出る観客たちからは、今日はヒットがなくても大谷が主役だった、やっぱり彼は別格だという声が相次いだ。まさに彼こそが現代野球の象徴であり、全てを変える力を持つ存在であると再認識させられた一夜だった。これから続く長いシーズンの中で、大谷翔平と今永昇太という日本の誇りがどのような軌跡を描いていくのか、世界中がその一挙手一投足に注目している。この物語がさらに熱くドラマティックな展開を迎えることは間違いない。続きが気になる方はぜひチャンネル登録と高評価をお願いします。これからも最高の野球ドラマを一緒に楽しみましょう。